It's Corrina, your virtual health coach, and today I'm going over 7 of my favorite superfoods. I want to talk about why these foods are so beneficial to include in your diet and give you some simple ways to start integrating them right now. So what makes superfoods so super is that ounce for ounce, they give us far more nutrients than the less superfoods out there. So especially when we consider processed foods and white bread, these things are so void of nutrients that just adding in a little bit of some superfoods can help you make up that nutrient deficit or that nutrient deficiency you might have. So the first food I want to talk about is coconut. Coconut is a very heart-healthy food. It's also fantastic for reducing high blood pressure. It's great for your immune system because it has natural antibacterial and antifungal properties. It also contains these very beneficial fats that literally help your body to metabolize your stored fats more effectively. So coconut in the form of coconut flour, coconut sugar, or coconut oil can literally help your body become more efficient at burning fat for fuel. So these are really simple foods to start integrating into your diet. Coconut oil, really great for cooking. Now, to really get the most nutritional benefits from the oil, you don't want to heat it. But in terms of the best oil for cooking, it's going to be coconut oil. Now, you can also just take a spoonful of coconut oil during the day, or you can use it in your baked goods. Use it in place of butter to smear on your muffins or your toast. You can also use it on your skin. It's one of the most moisturizing and nurturing things that we can use on our skin. So especially around this time of year, I always have a lot of coconut oil around, both because I want to eat a lot of coconut oil and because I love to use it on my skin. Hopping over to coconut sugar. Now, there's so many reasons to replace the refined sugar in your diet and just try to reduce that refined sugar as much as possible. Now, just one simple reason is that when you eat sugar made from the coconut, you actually get all of these nutrients that are just not present at all in your regular refined sugar. So just to take one as an example, a serving of coconut sugar contains 400 times the potassium as the same amount of regular table sugar. Now, potassium is a really important mineral and electrolyte. It literally helps to fight water retention and fight bloating. So just one simple switch, like using coconut sugar in your tea or coffee instead of regular sugar, is a really fantastic idea. Again, those electrolytes that we get when we eat coconut products are great for keeping our system hydrated, but also preventing us from retaining more water. Coconut flour can be used in place of your regular wheat flours, and you actually don't need nearly as much of it. So you only need 1/4 to 1/3 cup of coconut flour to replace 1 cup of regular wheat flour. And you also want to increase the liquids or maybe the eggs that you use if you're replacing coconut flour with your regular flour. Now, the fiber content in coconut flour is also really notable. So we get 4 to 6 times the fiber in coconut flour than we do in oat bran. So we always think about bran muffins as being so healthy for us, but just recognize that using coconut flour, even instead of bran flour, is going to give you a lot more fiber. So I love all of these coconut products. I'm also a big fan of coconut water. The sugar that is present, the natural sugars that are present in the coconut, are actually far easier for your body to break down and digest. And the glycemic index of coconut sugar is a lot lower than regular sugar. So there's a lot of reasons that these foods can help us lose weight, help us satisfy our hunger, improve our digestive system, immune system, etc., etc. Next up is quinoa. It looks like quinoa, but this superfood has been getting a lot of attention lately. So this is actually the rainbow quinoa here. It's like all different colors, so maybe it looks a little different to the quinoa that you're used to. But the bottom line is that this is a seed which can make a great gluten-free replacement for grains. It's much easier for your body to digest than grains, and it gives you a lot of other nutrients, which is what makes it a superfood. A great source of iron, B6, potassium, magnesium. Quinoa is a fantastic replacement for your other grains. You can use it in place of rice. You can use it in your baking. There are so many different applications and easy ways to integrate quinoa into your diet. It also has a very mild, kind of nutty flavor, so it's not going to overwhelm the flavor of the dishes that you add it to. Superfood number 3 is raw cacao. And I actually discovered this brand on iHerb.com, and I love these nibs. They're really tasty. So it's important that you note the difference between cacao and cocoa. And the difference is just the amount of processing that has been done to the cocoa plant. So cacao tells you that this is an unprocessed or raw chocolate. And when you see cocoa, typically it will also say cocoa processed with alkali. And unfortunately, all that processing that they do to make cocoa powder gets rid of all of those nutritional benefits that make it a superfood. So if you can add more cacao into your diet, you get a huge amount of iron, a huge amount of magnesium, a huge amount of fiber if you take the cacao in the nib form like this. You can also buy cacao beans themselves. These are really simple things to add into smoothies. You can make your own ice cream by using bananas and cacao nibs in a blender to create a really, significantly healthier version of ice cream. And there are a lot of great recipes online for things like raw chocolate brownies and all kinds of crazy ways to integrate these raw cacao nibs. Now, as a part of your morning smoothie, cacao is especially beneficial because of all that magnesium that literally helps your brain to function better. So things like mental clarity and focus can also be improved by adding these superfoods into your diet. Superfood number 4, chia. All right, so chia seeds. Yes, these are the same chia seeds for which the very popular Chia Pet got its name, but they're also a superfood. So chia seeds are just these little itty bitty tiny little seeds. However, they pack an incredible nutritional punch. So we actually get a lot of protein and fiber. Just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds gives you almost 6 grams of fiber. And each person only needs about 25 grams of fiber a day for women, or 35 to 40 grams of fiber a day for men. So you can see that, just a tablespoon of chia seeds a day is going to help you get toward that goal. So they're very simple to add to things like salads and smoothies. They don't have a lot of flavor, so they're an easy thing to add into the foods you're already eating. And one of my favorite ways to use chia seeds is making a chia seed pudding. So chia seeds absorb water, as you can see, and once they've been sitting for a little bit, they kind of create this little pudding consistency. So I will use this kind of chia pudding as the base of my smoothies, or just make it into a little healthy dessert on its own. using things like cinnamon, coconut sugar, honey, blueberries, cacao nibs. There's a lot of ways to create a great little healthy ice cream or pudding alternative from something that gives you a whole lot of different nutrients. Again, omega-3 fats, potassium, magnesium, phosphorus. There's just so many nutrients packed into these little tiny seeds, and such an easy thing to start incorporating into your diet. The next superfood is the walnut. So we get a lot of different nutrients from all of the nuts and seeds, but walnuts have the highest antioxidant capacity. They also provide a lot of plant sterols, which help to reduce high cholesterol. So creating that good cholesterol and reducing the bad. Now, over the last several years, fats have been demonized, but now they're finding out that it's the processed fats, the trans fats, refined sugar, and refined flour that are actually more to blame for weight gain. So these healthy fats that also give us a lot of fiber and other nutrients are a great way to satisfy our hunger, are a great way to lower the glycemic load of the sweet foods that we're eating. So eating some nuts in conjunction with sugar or sweet foods is a really, really healthy idea for helping to maintain a healthy blood sugar metabolism. And they taste great. So before we move on to superfood number 6, I just want to show you these little soul sprout products that are a great example of a lot of these foods that I've shown. So number 1, they use a sprouting method. So when you sprout nuts and seeds and grains, it actually creates even more nutrients in the food. Just remember that your nuts and seeds are like little nutritional nurseries, right? Like you have an entire plant's worth of nutrients and a really good, healthy and tasty way to take in a lot of superfoods. These are also things that you can make for yourself at home. So superfoods 6 and 7 are sea salt and turmeric. And I've kind of combined them together because I use these ingredients together a lot. So let's start with sea salt. The bottom line is that most of us are getting far too much sodium in our diet. But sodium is just one of the minerals that our body needs. So part of the problem is too much sodium, and part of the problem is too little of the other minerals like potassium, selenium, magnesium. So when you use sea salt, what you are getting is a much more broad spectrum array of nutrients, so to speak, and specifically getting into those different minerals. So a lot of times when people are craving a lot of salty foods, it's actually a mineral deficiency that's causing the body to crave more salt and try to get you to eat more salt. But if you can make one simple change, getting away from the typical table salt, which is really just sodium, and replacing it with sea salt, then you're actually going to be giving your body all of those minerals that it is craving. And just remember that your magnesium, your potassium are really, really important for your digestion, reducing stress, your heart, and your blood pressure. There's so many reasons that these minerals should be integrated into your diet. Moving over to turmeric. Turmeric is a rhizome, very much like ginger. Ginger is another fantastic superfood. So these spices are great, partly because they're going to help you reduce the amount of salt that you're putting in your foods by adding flavor, but they also provide a huge amount of nutrients in themselves. So turmeric is typically associated with anti-inflammatory effects. So when we talk about inflammation in the digestive tract, this can be a big reason that we have, belly aches, digestive issues. And turmeric is great because it has a pretty mild flavor. So while it is kind of a distinct flavor, it's something that I can add to a lot of the different meals that I'm cooking. And you can also, if you really don't like the flavor, take turmeric in a capsule form as an alternative. I hope that this video has informed and empowered you to add some more of these superfoods into your diet. I want to thank iHerb.com for sending all of these awesome products to me, and I will include the links down in the video description, along with a coupon code you can use as well. I hope that you will leave me your feedback, questions, topic requests, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video. With hundreds of videos that you can stream on virtually any device to help you reduce stress, lose weight, or just improve your health and well-being overall. At WellnessPLUS.tv, we are dedicated to helping you on your health and wellness journey. Join WellnessPLUS.tv to find hundreds of videos to help you improve the health of your body and your mind. WellnessPLUS.tv. Get well, feel better.